back with another reaction. I'm Kellz,
Sophia, the
Kellz
Journey.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna react to.
We're gonna get into another Jeffrey Dahmer requested by somebody in the chat. This is called 10 Creepy Facts About Jeffrey Dahmer.
Alright guys, let's get into this reaction.
Yeah.
I suppose it could have turned into a normal hobby like taxidermy, but it didn't. It veered off into this.
Well, I just thought
Welcome
it.
to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 10 creepy facts about Jeffrey Dahmer.
I guess I just.
This is a creepy dude. That's all I gotta say.
So many people obsessed with him.
Could be
For real.
somebody that
They probably wouldn't know why he's so
wanted
creepy.
to see a movie that I wanted to see.
For this list, we're looking at some of the strangest details
yeah.
about the infamous Milwaukee
Manager.
serial killer. Which of these do you find the creepiest? Let us know in the comments. Number 10.
You gotta let us know which one you
Intended
find
to build an
creepiest.
altar out of remains. During his
Yeah,
hours
that's
of
creepy.
interviews conducted after his capture in 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer confessed that he planned to use the remains of the victims he collected to make an altar to himself.
Oh, all
I
these
even went so
stuff.
far as planning on setting up an
Even
altar
when he killed.
with
That's crazy.
That's nasty.
10 different skulls and skeletons.
He detailed his
Alright.
very specific plan via the photographs he took of his victims and in a drawing featuring 2 full skeletons and
That's like a
several
horror movie.
skulls. All
He really
was
was
to
a
be
sick man.
arranged on a black table
The
set
fact he
up
drew
in
it
his
out there.
apartment with a chair facing the shrine, making it a, quote, place for meditation, which he viewed as an area where he, quote, could feel at home. However, he was caught before his plans were realized.
Oh, here.
Number 9. He talked his way into the White House.
What?
Turns out Jeffrey Dahmer was a master manipulator long before he fooled law enforcement. In his graphic novel, My Friend Dahmer, former Revere
You
High
wrote a
School
book?
classmate John Durf Backdurf recalled a class trip to Washington, D.C. when Dahmer did the unthinkable. The high schooler lied to White House staff in order to meet then Vice President Walter Mondale. He managed to get himself and his friends a private tour of Mondale's
Yeah,
office.
friends.
In the film adaptation
Yeah,
of
the
the same
movie.
name, the students meet the VP in person and have a brief conversation.
Sorry, excuse me. Just a second. These kids are with the newspaper, their school newspaper from...
Ohio. That's a great state. Fellow Midwesterners.
You
I'm from
know
Minnesota.
in there.
However, in the comic, they see him working in his office. Still, that is quite the con. Number 8. Suspected of killing Adam Walsh.
Based on eyewitness accounts of the horrifying day Adam Walsh disappeared, some now believe
It's a little
little
boy, it's
Adam
crazy.
may have fallen victim to the cannibalistic killer.
After he was discharged from the military in March 1981, Dahmer decided to move to Miami, Florida instead of returning home to Ohio. He worked in a deli, but ended up living on the beach and drinking. When news of his crimes came out in 1991, reports came in from witnesses who allegedly saw him at Florida's Hollywood Mall in July 1981, where little
That's
Adam Walsh
insane.
went missing.
Dahmer was there. 4 people who were at that mall
He should have
identified
an
him
age limit.
after he was arrested by
No, he
Milwaukee
had no
police.
respect.
They saw his photograph and
That's
said that's
sick.
the guy that we encountered.
Dahmer, however, denied any involvement, and
I mean,
since
maybe
he
he
had
did.
just admitted to killing 17 over a span of about 13 years, investigators found it unlikely that he would lie about committing any further crimes. Dahmer
Yeah, 'cause he told the
killed Walsh
truth.
was
Yeah.
a strange
He
story.
already locked up.
I've been getting paid $1,000.
I mean, I
a
don't
month,
see him
if
killing the
not
kids.
more.
So.
Yeah, that little boy,
Just
he
from
killed
this
that 4 years old, but that was like
Number
6.
7.
Yeah.
Planned his first attack at 16. As a teen, Jeffrey Dahmer fantasized about an attractive man he regularly saw jogging by his house every day.
How many movies do they have with
Once
this
his
guy?
fantasies became too great, he hatched a plan to attack the man
Like-
and
like
bring him into
7.
the woods to commit non-consensual acts.
1995.
One day, he hid in the bushes with a baseball bat, waiting for his target to pass.
He thought he would wait in the bushes with a baseball bat. This guy would come by and he'd bonk him in the head and he'd have this guy.
I guess it didn't work out like he
The
wanted
man
to.
chose not to head out for a jog that day. After this first attempt, Dahmer never tried to attack him again.
You gotta
He
see.
cited this incident as his first
'Cause he
real
didn't take a
pursuit of
job that
violence
day.
against another person.
It was at this point that Jeffrey's paraphilic fantasies began.
Number 6. Parents fought over his brain.
What? If I owe his brain.
What?
I didn't say a thing, did I?
The bizarre and disturbing nature of his unspeakable crimes made Jeffrey Dahmer a particularly fascinating serial killer. Studying how his mind worked could potentially find an answer as to why he had these violent desires, making him an ideal subject in criminal psychology research. His mother Joyce shared the same view, and after his death in November 1994, she wanted his brain donated to scientists at California's Fresno State University for research purposes.
We have a chance here, Lionel, to find out why he was the way he was. Was it something he was born with? Maybe there was some small tumor somewhere.
Well, I think each of us has our own idea about why Jeff was the way he was, don't we?
His father, Lionel, however, was against it, wanting to move on from the whole tragedy. The former married couple went to court over the matter, which ultimately resulted in his brain being destroyed.
And they really want the
There were
court
some scientists that case wasn't reserved that claimed they could tell why he acted like he did. That's not possible with a dead person.
Number 5 received a lot of blame in prison.
I thought
Believe it or
they would
not,
do it.
there are many
It was enough was
who
enough.
idolize serial killers, and Jeffrey Dahmer was no exception. As seen in the Netflix series, he received fan letters with gifts and requests for drawings.
Will you send me back, like, a drawing or something? And I sent you $5.
These people sick too.
Right? She sent him $5 though. And they took the money. Oh, no, she didn't have it. Oh my God, really?
According to Wisconsin,
they supposed to check that mail.
Correctional Institution
Wow, I'm surprised. You got now they put on an account. I don't know how it was back in the day.
By March 1994, the inmate had received letters from all over the globe, reportedly racking up more than $12,000 just from donations. While some letters were
That's
of
crazy.
suggestive nature,
He killed
others
those
reached
people
out
and people
wanting
sent
to
him
discuss
donations.
religion,
They
provide
thought he was
support,
hot.
or just become pen pals. Number 4. His death parallels his first murder. In the early hours of November 28, 1994, Jeffrey Dahmer was cleaning the prison gym when he was killed by fellow Columbia Correctional Institution inmate Christopher Scarver. Another inmate on cleaning duty, convicted murderer Jesse Anderson, met a similar fate. Scarver, also serving a life sentence for murder, reportedly attacked Dahmer with a 20-inch metal bar from a piece of workout equipment. Dahmer died soon after the incident. And as chance would have it, back in 1978, a teenage Jeffrey Dahmer killed his first victim, Stephen Hicks, with a dumbbell.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, took home a fetal pig.
He got back what he did to
One
somebody
of
else,
the most
basically.
widely known
Comments
facts about Jeffrey Dahmer's childhood is
he
that
deserved
he had
that. Everything he
fascination
did.
with the internal organs and bones of dead animals, going so far as to collect roadkill.
And took them back into the woods, unknown to any of us, and dissected them just to see what was on their inside.
You should know something wrong with your kid after that.
In a hut by his house, filling it with
He probably thought he just gonna be like a scientist or something.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
sure.
a surgeon.
Hey, Dad! You are spending too much time in here.
The Netflix series shows high school students dissecting fetal pigs in a science class. Afterwards, Dahmer asks permission to take one home to practice, which the teacher agrees to.
Think I could take one home? Just to practice?
To be honest with you, Jeff, I've been
He's just so excited that someone actually interested in it.
Sure.
However, the real Dahmer was rumored to have stolen the preserved animal from the classroom, likely as a prank. In a 1994 interview, the convicted murderer admitted to taking a fetal pig home while in high school, confirming everyone's suspicions.
In 9th grade, in biology class, we had the usual dissection of fetal pigs, and I took the remains of that home and kept the skeleton of it. And I just started branching out, dogs, cats.
The Kia Sportage
He was
expert.
fascinated with the inside of people.
Do you want free crystals sent to you every month? Yes, I said it. Free every.
Number 2, tried to steal a corpse.
And what did you plan on doing?
Dissecting.
I just wanted to lay with him.
In an effort to resist
Say he's
giving
one
into
to
his
label.
murderous
Yeah, that's that guy that died,
Jeffrey Dahmer
wasn't
sought out alternative ways to satisfy
He
his
saw it in
current
the
desires.
newspaper.
At one point, he stole a mannequin from a store and brought it home.
Oh yeah, he broke it down, put it in the
He
bag.
struggled to control his fantasies. His behavior became more abnormal.
He took a mannequin from a department store thinking that if he had that mannequin with him and sleeping in bed with the mannequin, etc., that maybe he could control the impulses that way.
One particularly macabre idea Dahmer had was to obtain the corpse of a recently deceased male.
Dahmer told me that on one occasion he had seen in the newspaper an account of a young man who was killed on a motorcycle, and he fell in love with the individual just from the photograph.
He saw an obituary in the newspaper for an 18-year-old young man he found attractive. And after attending his funeral, Dahmer tried to dig up his freshly buried grave.
He went to his funeral.
It proved too difficult since the soil had already hardened.
It was March and the ground was too hard. It would have taken forever, so... But I wish I could have dug them up.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to get notified.
So where's your creepiest one?
That I think it was the first one. He want to take all that remain and make an altar.
Oh yeah, that is creepy.
That is creepy as
Oh
hell.
wait, I forgot they all got something like that. I hate them. Remember last time I forgot to play there.
About our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
What's she doing?
Number 1, brought a head to work. In March of 19...
Oh yeah, that's the
Hold on, that's creepy right there. Oh, she went backwards to number 10.
He went to a bar and convinced Anthony Sears to come home with him. After engaging in intimate acts, Dahmer drugged and beheaded Sears, though the killer claimed he hadn't intended to commit a crime before setting out for the evening. Dahmer then kept both Sears' head and private parts in a box.
Mr. Dahmer had become extremely disturbed in his thought processes, and the idea that the people he killed would somehow live on through him was part of that disturbed thinking.
As if that wasn't disturbing enough, the criminal stored the box in his locker at the Milwaukee Ambrosia Chocolate Factory.
That's
where he
crazy.
worked nights as a mixer. Imagining human remains inside a chocolate
That's
factory
nasty.
turns our stomachs.
Were you almost flaunting it?
Yes, but that's how strong the compulsion was. That's how bizarre the desire was. I wanted to keep something of the person with me.
Okay.
I don't know, I was saying number 10 was creepy, how you want to make an altar with all their remains. But taking the head to work, that is creepy too. That's number 2 too. Like, the other one, number 1 to me, that's number 2. Like taking someone's head to work where you work at, especially at a chocolate factory.
That's nasty.
That make you think you probably putting
something in those chocolate.
That's crazy.
I can't. These the damn creeps working at the chocolate factory.
This guy really has some issues.
He really did. Like, I wish they would have dissected his brain and figure out what's wrong with him.
Yeah, to see what was wrong with him. Something was not right about him.
I don't know, but like I said, it could have something to do with the mother or the parents in general. Both of them.
Yeah. Something not right. Something's wrong with him.
I still want to know what happened to the little brother though. That's what I want to know.
I know. He should still be alive, but I guess he just want to be unknown. He don't want nobody to know who he is.
Yeah, he probably asking too many questions.
Yeah, he don't want all that attention, so I understand he just being quiet and staying out the way. I'll do the same thing because I don't got time for that.
Yeah, but yeah, the altar is definitely that's the creepy one right
Yeah,
there.
it's creepy. The head one is
Can
creepy.
you imagine someone going to somebody's house and you see it, like, what are all these heads for?
I know. That's crazy. Like, I was like, what is this? Like, all these skulls you got here, like.
And you know he never cleaned his house, so.
And they probably be
stinking.
The guy really did have some issues, and we all knew that. Yeah, he gone now. So.
Alright, y'all. This is this reaction. Here you go.
Okay.
I'm Sophia, the Kellz Reaction channel.
Don't forget to leave a like, comment
I'm down below.
Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can drop a new reaction video.
You know, peace.